There are several factors to be considered in examining the motivation for this protest. One of such factors is the motivation. Is it motivated by opposition politics?
My people, this matter don't really pass be careful. This protest of a thing don't really pass be careful because Nigeria army is now invited. And he said, we will not allow what happened in Kenya to happen in our country, Nigeria. If the police is overpowered, we will know when to come in. Nigerians have the right to protest, but not to involve in gbasgbos. We will not allow it happen. My people, at this moment,
Is it motivated by sovereign interference? Could it be motivated by interest parties or by terrorist groups or even organizations that are feeding on the frustrations of Nigerians?
right.
Now, the intelligence organizations and agencies are doing a good job in pointing that out and pointing to us those that can be picked up, and the relevant agencies are at it. But it must be stated that while the protesters have a constitutional right to conduct peaceful protest, they do not have a right to mobilize for anarchy and the unleashing of terror.
Yeah, but these are aggrieved Nigerians. They're not, organizing to cause anarchy, what you call anarchy or chaos. They're only saying we're going to come out to protest against bad governance and make some 15-point demands of the government without necessarily saying, they're not calling on anybody to destroy things, around the country, are they? Why are you reading anarchy into what ordinarily is a planned peaceful protest?
Well, you need to look at the contemporary context for what has initiated this protest. And we don't need to look further than Kenya.
Right.
They want to shadow what is happening in Kenya. And if we look at what's happening in Kenya, it's violent. There have been destructions of properties. And we know that for Nigerians, when we copy that there are indications that there will be status-related violence. And what do I mean by that?
Right.
Good. You carry a smartphone. You think you're poor, but somebody can carry out violence to collect that phone from you. You drive a car. You have properties. You have a shop. You have house. Even as minute as using, I say minute,
right,
but for somebody else it's luxurious, as using air condition, you will be targeted. And other areas that we found out that will be targeted are worship centers, businesses, markets, and the list goes on.
So does the military have any plans to protect and ensure that, these places where you have mentioned, worship centers and what have you, markets, will have adequate protection? What kind of contingency plan are you making as a military to ensure that, the peace carries the day?
Good.
And things don't go left.
Good. I will say that the Constitution is very clear as to how and when the military gets involved in such situations. There is what is called military aid to civil authority, which involves the deployment of the military in such a situation in support of the police and civil security to maintain law and order. Until we are invited we don't come in. But for now, what we're doing is carrying out situational awareness to read what's happening in the environment so that at the point, if we are called in, we know exactly what's happening.
If you are called in as the military, will you be protecting Nigerians? Or is it the government that you'll be protecting? Or will you be maintaining the role that the Constitution says is yours to play?
If we come in as the military, ours is to carry out our constitutional role and responsibilities.
Which is?
Which is to support the civil authority and agencies to ensure law and order is maintained. And the civil authority and agencies we're talking about here now is the police, because at that point it is assumed that the police is overwhelmed. And so the military comes in to prevent a state of anarchy and lawlessness.
You pointed out the Kenya experience, which is still ongoing. Are there lessons there for the Nigerian military to ensure that things don't degenerate?
Well, I will say that we have conducted protests in this country prior to now. But this particular one is different. And it is different because there's an atmosphere of hardship. And that atmosphere of hardship, they say an angry man, a hungry man is an angry man.
So you agree that the hunger is not politically motivated. The anger is not politically motivated.
Oh, you must understand that could it be opposition parties? Could it be terror groups? Could it be sovereign interference? Could it be interest parties that are feeding on the frustrations of Nigerians?
So Nigerians will be relying on you to give answers to the questions that you've reeled out. I mean, is it terrorists that are behind this? Is it opposition parties? Is it who? Is it foreign elements? You should have answers to these questions based on your intel.
We do have answers to these questions.
Right.
But let's look again at Kenya, where they want a shadow.
Right.
Okay. Now we see the Kenyan government has given in a lot, but still the situation is unresolved up to date. We wouldn't want such a situation to happen in our country. And what we're saying is that we need to quench the fire of violence rather than to ignite it. Because when we ignite it, there's no telling how far that fire will go.
Okay, guys, let's see how Nigerians are really reacting to this. And the first comment said, "Na thunder, I ain't go buy this man, button." Okay, another said, watching this makes me a proud Kenyan. Okay, now, but they can tolerate buying people and banditry. Kai, pr0test. Okay, now, this government is not ready to fix this country. Button. People who will protest, they are not online. Exactly. They are really offline, though. Since the location of kidnappers was revealed years ago in Sabisa Forest, by now, una for don't relocate una barracks there. Now, only unharmed innocent civilians una they get power for. Okay, now. Another said, the best thing to do is to divide this country. We don't tire. Nay, we don't tire. Another said, Kai, Nigeria has been diminished to the extent that leaders can come on national TV to say boldly that Nigerians want to copy Kenya. Kenyans will only know how to win marathon. Okay, now, you don't beat up a child and tell that child on how to cry. Exactly. Allow Nigerians, allow them to do what is in their mind, because you can't beat a child and say to that child not to cry. No. One thing I know is that the government plus military no reach masses. When you go set, we go know. Okay, now, this man make noise so much. Why can't you use same energy to tell your president to take fuel back to 200 naira? This is very simple, man. Okay. Then Fit don't already pay and arrange the group of hoodlums that we pretend as Protestants and start destroying things. Omo, make people they care for sha. Nigerians, we aren't ready yet. A planned protest that has a deadline, is an unserious one because a real protest is never planned at all. The citizens will just wake up one morning and be so angry at their various constituency leaders and will march in hundreds towards their various local government secretariats to register their complaints. The August 1st to 15th protest has suddenly turned to political caricature because almost all of the National Assembly leaders are currently not in the country as we speak because the NASS is currently on holidays. We gave them the deadline. Nigeria, we never ready for this protest yet. Okay, another said, he mentioned every reason for motivation except hardship and hunger. Okay, it's motivated by hunger, inflation, price of fuel, button. I repeat again, these people are telling us in advance the narrative they will deploy for this protest. If we all step out to protest peacefully, they already have their mob on standby to cause this chaos. The best protest is the silent protest. Everybody just stay home and put the entire nation on lockdown for 1 week. And put the entire nation on lockdown for 1 week. Okay, another said we must protest. Okay, Kenyan, or just hear what this man is saying. He just keep talking about Kenyans. Kenyans, imagine. Last, PDP is better than APC. My people, I don't see. If we continue to read comments from Nigerians, we might not end this video today. You can see how they are dragging this representative of the army like a past my neighbor generator because what he said in this interview didn't make sense to the mind of so many Nigerians. That is why they are really pouring out their anger at the comment section, trying to tell him that he never started, that no matter how they try, this protest must hold. Okay, my people, as you can see, Nigerians, they no one agree, they no one here because this hardship, this poverty, this hunger, it don't reach everybody's side. That is why everyone is coming out to speak their mind. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to leave your own opinion down in the comment section. Okay, catch you guys in my next update. And bye for now.